Thank you all for coming out to an announcement of something sad. Last Friday, there was a fire in this pizzeria, which we have now determined was started by a lithium-ion battery. These e-mobility devices that the FDNY has been talking about for years can be extremely dangerous, and we had someone die in this fire, unfortunately and sadly. And it's the first death this year that we can attribute to a lithium-ion battery fire. And we are working so hard every day in the FDNY to message that e-mobility devices do not belong inside. You cannot charge them inside, and you must buy certified UL batteries. I don't know if this woman would be alive today, but what I know is that this was a 76-year-old woman who was inside a pizzeria where a lithium-ion battery e-mobility device, which you can see right here, caught on fire. The Chief Fire Marshal will describe the scene for you, but you must charge and store these devices outside. You must charge and store these devices outside. We had 6 deaths last year, over 20 the year before, and we now have our first this year. One is too many, and I will not stop talking about safety around lithium-ion batteries and e-mobility devices until the number is 0. So I'm going to introduce the Chief Fire Marshal, Dan Flynn.
Good afternoon. As the Commissioner mentioned, this is our first this year. So we have made progress in safety messaging. That main message, we want people to keep these things outside. We want them to charge outside. We want you to buy high quality products. Make sure that they are UL listed. Don't just buy the cheapest option. If you buy a replacement battery, make sure that is also UL listed. Use the correct charger. Do not store these things between you and your primary means of egress in your apartment or in your home or in your business. These things take off very, very quickly with a blowtorch effect. This woman was in the bathroom. She went to the bathroom for 1 minute. She was trapped. She could not get out of the bathroom because the device was stored directly outside the bathroom. It's a tremendous tragedy, and the problem persists here. This has not gone away. People say to me, you haven't had many battery fires, which is not true. We've had 122 battery fires just so far this year. It's similar to the number we had last year, but it's actually a little bit higher. Of course, the fatality number is the most important thing, and we've only had one, and I attribute that to our safety messaging, and we just want to keep banging that drum. We want people to understand these things are dangerous. They do pose a danger. They're tremendously convenient for our communities, for our delivery drivers. We support that industry, and we don't want to hurt that industry, but we just want to make sure people are using them safely. And that is the main message here, and that is the main takeaway. This is a tremendous tragedy today, and we feel for the family of the victim and for the business owner as well. Thank you.
It appears that way.
And so she went to use the restroom, the fire started, and she became trapped, couldn't get out.
She was able to move, but not successfully to keep her alive. She was removed from this scene to the hospital and died the next day.
And was she extracted from the pizzeria, or did she get outside by herself?
No, the First Due Ladder Company rescued her from the building and gave her to our heroic EMTs and paramedics who removed her to the hospital.
And do you know, was she found in the pizzeria or the bathroom? Do you know where in the...
She was outside of the bathroom, but in the building.
And where was the bike? Where did you guys find the bike after you take the access?
There's a little vestibule area right outside the bathroom. The bike was being stored right outside the doorway to the bathroom. So she had to pass the fire actually to exit the building. She did pass it. She was able to make some progress, but wasn't able to exit the building itself.
And I think that speaks to what Chief Flynn already said, is these fires are treacherous. They move very quickly. They are very hot. And you know, you don't have many feet to move before you're overtaken by the fumes and the smoke and the flames.
Was the battery on the charger?
That's undetermined at this time. It was midday. It was 3 o'clock, and on 4th of July, there were 5 people total in the building at the time.
And they were all able to escape on that.
They escaped with the exception of the one fatality.
So, I mean, in this instance, do you issue fines to the owner? What happens?
We will conduct a inspection with our Bureau of Fire Prevention and determine what, if any, violations will be issued. Yes.
Anyone else? What do you do if you see this? I mean, we all see these in restaurants charging. This is very common. Should we call the FDNY if we see something like it happen in this country?
If you feel uncomfortable, we encourage everybody to call us and get us out there. Dial 311. We promise to get out there as quickly as we can to address the issue. But of course, if you feel that there's an unsafe situation related to a fire prevention issue, please, we encourage you to call us for this, as well as any other issue that you feel unsafe with.
Thank you, everyone.